there is a new trend in parenting, which is they are teaching science and rational thought instead of religion. Crazy.
I'm like, I'll let you lose your mind first on this.
Yeah. All right, Cara, I'm going to start with you on this one. To me, this seems like a very evolved way of thinking, and you're giving sort of a decent, honest set of rules to go out into the world with. I think you're going to agree with that. Is this how you were brought up? Because you are.
It's not. I was raised Mormon.
You're a Mormon.
I was raised Mormon, and half my family's still Mormon.
Highly functioning.
Highly functioning Mormon. I left the church at 14.
Yeah.
I know a fair amount of ex-Mormons who did something similar. Also, like I said, probably more than half of my family is still in the church. I have friends who were raised with no religion in the household and that are atheists now. I have friends who were raised with no religion that found religion later. I think that it's really anybody's journey. What does frustrate me a little bit is when I tell people that I was raised Mormon, they go, "Oh, that's why you're an atheist." And it's like, no, that's not why I'm an atheist. I mean, I think everybody's story contributes to this really multifaceted kind of, woven picture of why they believe what they believe or have lack of belief. I personally think that raising children, I don't like the headline to believe in science. It's not a
because
belief
it's not
system. Yeah, it's not a like when people go, "Oh, you believe in evolution." Yeah, and that's something I would have to. Back when I was teaching biology and teaching psychology, that's something I had to fight against a lot. That it's not a belief structure. It's a method. But I personally think that not believing in God is the default position. Children are indoctrinated to have religious ideas.
Right.
If you didn't teach them religion, they wouldn't naturally be religious. They will have had to find religion.
Right. Children naturally ask questions. They're naturally curious. They ask why. They go through that why phase. Why is this? Why is the sky blue? Why is this happening? So then the adults around them and the authorities are the people that give them that information. They're the ones that choose to say the sky is blue because of, refractory, this and that, or they get to say because God made it that way and simplify things for children.
Oftentimes that's easier for
the
mom
parent.
And dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't know the real answer. Mom and dad aren't necessarily educated and don't know the answer, or they are educated and they're just busy. So they're just like, because it is that way. And what scares me is that the headline is that this is now a trend, that science is being taught. I mean, it's like mind-blowing,
This should have been a trend in like
weird.
18.
It's not a trend. It's just the way things should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you are religious and you raise your child in a church, you should still be, kind of fostering scientific curiosity in your child.
I mean, I went to church. I grew up in basically it was Methodist and Presbyterian. You kind of bounce back and forth. So in Christian, Sunday school certainly learned all about, that form of it. But in my school that I went to, we learned science and we learned math, and they did not tell us that it was because of God. We learned evolution, and even in my church, they left it open to interpretation. They were like, there's a bit of science in this world and a little bit of faith. And it was such a combination. And I feel like that was so much more appropriate for a child than to tell a child to be less curious about facts.
Right. So as two people that grew up with some sort of religious background, in a way you have to kind of give it credit for to forming your thoughts now, right? Even if you would prefer that every child be brought up with
sure. I am who I am because of all of my experience.
And everyone is.
Everyone is. I can't say that I would be better or worse if I hadn't been raised Mormon. I think I have a perspective that a lot of people don't have. I'll tell you, I probably enjoyed the Book of Mormon. The play, the musical, a little more than most. Yeah, I got a lot of inside jokes.
And
so at least there's that.
Acclaimed, yeah.
At least there's that. No, I mean, yeah, everybody is who they are because of their vast experiences. But I personally, if I decided to have children, would definitely raise them to be curious scientific thinkers, and I would want them to be able to explore all these different aspects on their own. I would want them to be able to come to their own conclusions based on available evidence, but not based on indoctrination. And I think that's the important distinction there.
Yeah, Jen, how would you feel if you brought your child up in this scientific learning space, but then they became religious?
Well,
I feel like that's part of the problem here.
First of all, kids are going to explore and choose whatever they want. I was very grateful that my parents let me. I went to temple. I went to Mormon church with people. I went to everything. I've been to a mosque when I was a child. My parents let me go wherever. I went to Catholic school classes with my friend out of curiosity, and my parents were cool with that. And my parents are kind of conservative and not necessarily, they're Republican. You wouldn't necessarily consider them progressive, but in terms of that, they really allowed me to explore. So I feel like that allows a child to make decisions. So if my child came to me, because I fully plan on raising my child in science and math, we're so behind as a country. By the way, just to interject that, in a country that falls so far behind in science and math, for it to be a problem or a new trend for us to be teaching science and math, that's the craziest part. If we want to be competitive and we're going, oh, we're losing our jobs to people overseas, and Obama, you're putting people in China, and people are losing their minds that when you call, a call center for tech help, that you're getting somebody in Indonesia or India or something. Well, then teach your kids fucking science in America, and don't teach them that God is the one who's going to fix your iPhone.
The only reason I'm not getting as worked up as you are right now is because I literally say this every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
used to
Anybody who actually like follows some of the work that I've done before, I mean, because that's what I do. I'm a science communicator. That's my background. The whole thing is about we need to think more scientifically. We need more evidence-based thinking, more critical thinking.
And the beauty of this is that all the religious nut jobs who don't agree with you guys on this are going to be yelling at us in the comments section.
I know.
Death
So-
threats. Can't I give death
I
threats
get them
Horrific.
all the time.
All the time.
Horrific. They're doing it for religion.
We're used to
not
it.
For religion.
Yeah.